Hi, this is Miss Cindy and I'm back. This is a quick video that I picked up in the middle. This was an afterthought. I wasn't going to video this process, so you're going to have a couple of still pictures. But I've still been busy. I just haven't uploaded any videos. I made a table a while back with acrylic pour, and I wasn't real happy with the legs. The legs were real simple for the type of pour that was on top. So I said I was going to attempt this again, but I'm going to do the legs first since I have the acrylic pour down, and then I'll go ahead and do some design on the top and see how it comes out. So this video is me attempting fancier legs for an acrylic pour, a little end table that I can put using next to my little lounge chair. I ran into a lot of problems. I didn't have the right wood. I didn't have the right tools. I didn't know what I was doing. I had to wing it. I had trouble with my saw. I mean, if it could go wrong, it did go wrong. But just in case it came out okay, I wanted to make sure it was recorded. So this is just my, this is just a short video of my end table, acrylic pour end table, where I made fancier legs. Enjoy. Okay, all my strips are cut and my pieces are done. So now I've got to sand everything down, and then I'll come back and show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, because I didn't have the wood thick enough that I wanted to use, I actually cut those pieces and now I'm gluing them together. I'm just using some Gorilla Glue, so at least I have uh, the width that I need, and then I'll go ahead and I'll sand them all down. Okay, I have everything glued and clamped. My clamps weren't big enough, so these two actually are going to be put together. But I'm going to do it in two parts, and then I'll come back and put them together, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I actually have everything glued. I only had the middle glued before, but everything is glued now, and I got it on my clamps. This is going to take a lot of sanding because I had trouble with my blade, and it just didn't cut really smooth, so I have a lot of sanding to do. But this is as far as I've gotten so far. I'll be back. Okay, so I did as much sanding as I could get done. Um, I'm now putting on the feet for these legs. And I got a little contraption set up over here to try to make sure that they are even, which they are. And we're gonna wait for this glue to dry. I just put a little glue on just to hold it to see if this is gonna work. I may have to drill it, not too sure. But we'll be back. Okay, so my table legs are finally finished. I wanted to actually stain them. I'm not too sure if I'm going to stain or paint them. I'm going to do a little bit more sanding down. And then we have to work on the top. Yes, I like these legs a lot better than the plain legs I had on the first table that I did. So I will be back once I decide what I'm going to do. Okay, I did my first stain on the legs. I think it's going to work. I think I'm going to come back and do another coat just to make it a little bit darker. Naturally, when you have glue on here, it sort of lightens up. And this was the first time I was doing it. I wasn't too sure what I was doing, but if I do it again, that's a mistake that I know that I shouldn't be making, but I did make it anyway. But anyway, they're nice and sturdy, they're nice and even. So now I just have to come up with the top. Here's the board that I'm going to use. I taped off the corners because I may paint those. Right now, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do as far as I know the colors I'm going to use, and I know I'm going to use the strainer technique. and then do my tilt. I'm just not too sure how I'm going to finish off the corners. So after I do my acrylic pour, I'll be back. Okay, so I finished doing my pour. It came out okay. Wasn't quite the design I was going for, but with that pour, it does what it wants to do. The two corners that I had taped off, all I did was I went back and I stained those instead of painting them, which is pretty cool because up against the legs, it's the same color stain. So now I'm just going to resin this and then just assemble it, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, I'm back and I'm finished. Here is my little side table that's going to be next to the lounge chair. Here's a close-up. I used metallic paint, and once it's resin, that just comes out really, really pretty. That resin is just so amazing. Here's just a close-up. Even just leaving that wood stain, just staining it, came out good. I'm really pleased with it. The only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to polyurethane the legs just to give it some protection and some shine. I did one coat, but I think I'm going to come back and do another coat. And then it'll be officially finished. So I hope you enjoyed the second table. I like working with wood. I like working with paint. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this a third time. Since I've had a couple of people actually ask me for this one. And this has mistakes because it was the first time I'm doing it. So I'm definitely not going to sell this one. But I may make one if somebody asks for it. Anyway, have a great day. Stay safe. And thank you.